All right, the Black Adam trailer is here, and it looks exactly the way I thought it would. Hey, what's up, Nerd Fam? This is your boy. Okay, I want to welcome you to Into the Nerd. Today, I want to talk to you about the Black Adam trailer that just dropped. What do we think about it? Let's talk. So, okay. I made a video about this before when they released their little, teaser trailer. And now that I see this looks exactly what I thought it would look like, which is a rock movie with a DCEU overlay, right? And what I mean by that is, he's also producing this movie, and I can tell, based on the trajectory of how this character is even moving in the trailer. Now, I'm not gonna give a whole, a prediction of what I think the entire movie is gonna be, or I can predict, but I won't say for sure because none of us have seen the movie. However, if we're making an educated guess off of what we're seeing, there are a couple of issues that are going to arise by way of continuity. So, number one, the fact that all this is happening, if this is taking place in the same universe as Justice League and stuff, and they haven't officially retconned yet because this is taking place before the Flashpoint movie, I'm guessing, it's very strange because obviously in those movies, the first time that they were superhuman anything was when Man of Steel happened. If this happens way before that, then it kind of destroys that whole thing with Lex Luthor and, Batman vs. Superman. Now, if they're going to retroactively make it so this movie does not exist by the end by making Dr. Fate, pretty much alter reality and make it so this whole movie didn't happen, that would be a waste. And it's very strange when I think about what could happen in terms of that, because right now continuity says this shouldn't happen. This shouldn't have happened. Unless we've already found a way to retcon everything that happened before that Snyder already established, but it hasn't happened yet. As well as the title character, Black Adam, his motivations in this movie. They're making him more of like a tragic hero, right? He's like, his son sacrificed himself, he was a slave and all that. And they seem to be borrowing a bit from the New 52 origin versus his original origin. But the thing is, his New 52 origin had him killing his nephew for the powers. Like, his son didn't sacrifice himself. His nephew, who was also a slave, who helped him, he kills his nephew for the power. So he's not really a good guy. He's an anti-hero who happens to sometimes get good things done by doing terrible things, but he's not like, oh, well, I kill people. Like, what was the line that Hawkman said? He said, heroes don't kill people. He said, well, I do. It wasn't all just to like his own brand of justice. He was a pretty terrible person, and he is constantly at odds with Shazam over that power, which is why it's weird, because if this is happening before Shazam, it's like he's gonna be with the JSA, which is kind of pre-New 52 stuff. So once again, they're combining two different continuities of when he was, because he was pretty much fighting against the JSA at some point. He does try to redeem himself with the JSA later on, but we're talking about now merging different continuities to make a story that's kind of weird, right? Especially because in the Shazam movie, they kind of they briefly talk about Black Adam without calling him that, and describe him as pretty much being a bad guy, right? But in this, he's not a bad guy. So it's very confusing to me. Obviously, let's see how they explain it in the movie. But this just looks like The Rock was like, I just want to be a different type of good guy that's just badass. Versus, what is the character? How do I just be that character, what this character is, and just play the role? And I kind of knew that was going to happen once they gave him the solo movie, because he doesn't really play bad guys, save the dude in Doom and Scorpion King. Well, later on in the second movie, that was when he was a villain. But he doesn't like playing villains, even though this is an antagonist to Shazam. So it's strange how we're not getting him in a Shazam movie, especially with his whole history with the Shazam family. And it's strange. This whole thing just seems rather and rather strange to me. It doesn't really make sense for the continuity, and I understand that this just seems like another Rock vehicle. Now, don't get me wrong, I like The Rock. I really do. But this character seems like it's about to be pretty bastardized. I don't know. When I watched it, I wasn't like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like, obviously, some things look good, like it looks polished, but I mean, I guess that's what happens when you have several $1 million to make a film, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be good. And I know there's going to be a lot of race swapping in this video. Not video, pardon me, in this movie when it comes to Hawkman, Cyclone, stuff like that. And that just seems to be par for the course with all these movies. But it's like, with all that effort, you would think perhaps you can introduce other characters that are originally whatever you want them to be, or maybe, I don't know. Tell me about it. Let me know. Do you like this trailer? Are you excited for it? Let's have a conversation below. Until then, enter the nerd.